Guys, welcome to the next video. So in a today video we are planning to create a project using an HTML and CSS only. So in a video we will create a simple project using an HTML and CSS, and we will create a website. So this website is just only for the practice, so that you can practice your HTML and CSS project.
So first of all, I will give the demo of this website. First of all, this website have a header section which contain two buttons and a heading and a paragraph about a clipboard. This website is basically about a clipboard. And now this is the second section of the website. Now as we move on, the third section is this image section, which is illustration. And furthermore, as we move down, we have another sections which is the footer section and the logo of the different companies. So basically this is the demo of the website. And now without wasting the time, we should go to our Visual Studio Code. You can use any of editor that you want. So first of all, I will create a boilerplate of our HTML file, and then I will change the title to clipboard, which is the website we are going to create. Now I will import my CSS file, which is style.css. So these files, all of these images, you will get in the description of this video. I will upload this code and the images and the design of this video, which will also be present in this file. I will upload it on GitHub and give it the link in the description of this video. So now let's start building. As you see here, we have three parts basically: heading, paragraph and two buttons, and the logo is there. So we have to create a container which will contain all of these four items. So let's create a container which will call hero container, and in this container we will have our image section, not image section, which it's a logo. We will go to our images, select logo. So our logo will be here, I think, hope so, yes, it's here. And then we create our heading. I will copy the text for our heading, which will be here, I hope so. So here is our heading. I will copy this and paste in our heading. And now the second part will be a p-tag, which will be a paragraph. Now we want a line break in our paragraph. So for this we will use a p-tag. In a p-tag we will use a br tag. Now as you see the demo of the website, we have two buttons under the paragraph section. So we also want two buttons. These buttons will be wrapped around a container which will be called button container, and we will have two buttons here. First button we will say download for iOS, download for iOS, and the second button will say download for Mac. So we will open it with our live server. Now open it with the live server. So as you see, there is a default margin around our container. So we have to go to our style file. These are all default colors which you will get when you will download these files. So we will set the margin to 0. Padding will also be 0, and the box sizing will be a border box. Now I will target the body of our website, and I will set the font family to this one. The default font size will be 18 pixel. I think it will change something. As you see, the style of the fonts have been changed. Now I will target this container which is called hero container. Let's target this container. And we will use flexbox instead of position for our layouts. So I will use display flex, not block. Display flex, justify, content center, align items will be a center. Let's see how it changes our font. So as you see, it has aligned in the horizontal direction, but we will want the alignment in the column direction. So I will set the flex direction to column. So it's looking nice right now. We should give a height to our container. Height will be, I think, let's use 60 viewport height will be enough. So as you see in the demo, there is a background image here. So we will use a background image. Background image will be url./images bg header desktop. Save it, and now you will see here is the image. And now we have to give properties which are background position center, background not background position, background repeat no repeat, background size will be a cover. Now save this and go to our file. As you see, it has these values as fixed our background image. Now we want a space between our heading, paragraph and these buttons. So I think we will use justify content will be, I think, let's try space between. Hopes it will work. Yeah, it has worked, but let's try space evenly. Space evenly is looking good. Now we have to give a style to our heading, paragraph and the buttons. So first of all, I will target the heading dot hero container. We will target the h1 tag in a hero container and give it a color of this. Let's try this color. Now this is a different color. So we want this grayish blue color. Where is the grayish blue? I think this is the color, grayish blue. We'll copy this color and use this color instead. And now we have to target our paragraph and give it a color of dark grayish blue. So you can also give class names to these headings and paragraphs, but I will use a simple technique and target it in a different way. Let's see how it's looking. I think we have to alternate these colors. We use this color for our paragraph and this color for heading. Remove the color from here. Now you will see this style has looking good right now as compared with our demo. Now we have to style the buttons. We will give a class name. This will be a iOS BTN and this one will be Mac-BTN. So let's go to our style file and target these buttons. In a hero container we have iOS button. We'll give it a padding of, I think we should give it a padding of around, let's try 18 pixels from top, 8 pixels from top and bottom and 16 from left and right. Let's try how to look. It's looking nice. We'll use a background color of this strong cyan. I will copy this color and give it a color of this one. Color will be white, border will be none, border radius will be 22 pixel, and then outline width will be 0. Now let's see how to look. It's looking nice, but we want to give a little bit of more padding. Let's try 10 pixel and 2 pixel. So let's try how it looks. Now this is looking good. Now we will give it a margin right, dot not dot, margin right will be, let's give it 10 pixel. That's looking good. So now target our Mac button dot Mac-BTN. So these properties will be, I think, same. We have to change a little bit of it. For example, we want a blue color as a background color for our button, which will be this one, light blue color, and use this color here. It's fine. I think we have to give a margin left. So let's see. Now these buttons are looking great. I think we are done with the first section. We have to give a cursor pointer both of these buttons. Now you will see when you hover on the buttons, the mouse changes it into a cursor. So I hope you will understand the first section of this video. Now let's create the second section. So second section is a simple one, which is a heading and a paragraph. Now I will create a second section. First we have a div hero container, and it is ending here. So now target use a section which is we'll name it into a snippet section. Let's say it is snippets section dot snippets, and in this we have a heading and a paragraph. So I will copy the heading for this control, and the paragraph will be this one. So if we want line breaks, we have to use a br tag. In the first line I will use br tag after cloud. In the second part I will use a br tag after your. Now I will save it, and as you will see, it's not looking good. This style is looking a little bit of ugly. So we have to target the snippets, and again we will use a flexbox snippets. We will use display flex. As you will see, it's move in the wrong direction, which is the vertical direction. We want it in a column direction, flex direction column. Line items center, justify content will be space even. Let's see, it will work. It's working, but we want more space below the heading and the upper part of the heading. So first of all, we will give it a margin top around 70 pixel, and margin bottom will also be a 70 pixels. So because we want a space from the upper part of this container and the lower part, justify content. So let's see, it's working. Now it's looking good. We just have to give it a paragraph. We have to target our paragraph. These snippets, let's target h1 tag and snippets p tag. So the color will be same as we used for our heading. The color will be this one for the heading, and where is paragraph? This is a color for our paragraph. So let's see, as you see, this has changed the design. So we have to give a margin top to our paragraph because we want a space here between heading and paragraph. So let's see, margin bottom, let's target only margin bottom. I think 15 pixel will be enough. Let's see. Now it's looking great. 15 pixel is looking good. Now let's see the demo, what we want in the next section. In the next section we want an image and these features of our website, which are quick search, iCloud sync and complete history. For this we have to create another container. So move to the third part of our website, which is a section. This is the features section, and this section will contain two things. First of all, image will be our images. Let's see which image we will use. I think we are using a computer image. Let's see, it's same. That's the same image. So as you see in the demo, we have three things or three features. So we will wrap it in a container, which will called a feature container. to wrap it in a container which will called a feature dash container. This container will contain 3 divs which are called feature item dot feature item. So copy it and paste it 2 more times. Now these feature item will contain a heading and a paragraph, which will be a heading will be this one, quick search, and paragraph will be this one. So I will copy the heading part, which will be quick search. This will be heading for first feature item, and the text will be this one. Quick search. Let's see, it's the same one. As you will see, after content we want a line break. So where is content? Here we will use br tag for a line break and save this one. And the same we will use h1 tag, which will be heading, and paragraph tag. So the second head feature of our website will be iCloud sync, and the b tag which explains this feature is this one. It instantly saves and syncs snippets across all our devices. Paste this one. Let's see if we want a line break here. So we want a line break after all. So go to this part of the text and use a br tag. Now save this one. And it is similar. Go to our h1 container, not container h1 tag, and the third feature will be complete history. We'll save it. We will copy it and paste not here in our h1 tag. We have to copy it again, and then go to our h1 tag. This one, retrieve any snippets from the first moment you started using the app. So paste it here, and let's see where we want a line break. We want a line break after a moment. Let's go here and use the br tag. Save this one. So this part of the build is literally at the half stage of completion. We want to use a flexbox and align this in a horizontal direction. So let's move to our CSS file and target dot called feature container, maybe. Yes, it is called feature container. We will copy the class name and paste it here. Let's target the feature container and use a flexbox display flex. So you will see this is a single line of code will change the alignment of our container. Oops, I think we have chosen a wrong container. We want to target this features container. So this one, and instead of feature container I will choose features. Now save it. So now you will see this single line of container have changed the complete alignment. So we'll use justify content will be a space evenly, and align items will be a center. Let's see how it will look. It's looking nice, but we want this computer illustration. As you will see, it should touch the left part of the screen. So we have to use, I think let's try space between. It will look nice. So as you see, it's looking nice, but we shouldn't want this text portion in the right corner. We'll use, I think we should target the text container in the features section, which will be a, I think this one, feature container. Let's target this one. We have to remove this greater than sign and use a dot. We will use a margin right of, I think 15 pixel. Let's try 15 pixel. Maybe let's try 20 pixel. I think it will look good. Now it's looking good. So now we want a space between our items. So now target the feature item. As you see, we have used a different technique, which is a unique technique, as I have given the same class name to our 3 containers, because as I will change the style of one container, one feature item, the other one will automatically change. So we don't have to write a bunch of code for these changes. So let's target the feature item. Display flex direction will be column. The content space between align items flex stop. Let's see how to look. So it's not changing much. So instead of using flexbox, let's use margin. Margin top and bottom will be a 10 pixel and left and right will be a 0. Let's use 15 pixel. 15 pixel is looking good. Now we have to target the headings. Feature item, in a feature item we have heading of h1 tag and we have description with the key tag. Now use the same heading color. Now I will use the same color and same margin, and now for a paragraph we'll use this color. Now save this one and you should see a beautiful change. As you see, it has completely changed its alignment, so it's looking good. We have to move to our next section, which will be this one. This is a simple section which contains a heading and a paragraph. So let's go to our HTML file. Under this section we'll create a new section. We give it a class name of, I think there is some mistake. As you see, there is a lot of margin here, so we should give more margin to our container. So where is the features? Here is the feature container. Margin right will be good. I think it's okay. So let's move to the next part of the build. So we want a simple heading and a paragraph. Access. So as you see, we have used the same style in the upper part of the build, so we should use the same style in this part, in the third section. So let's move to this one. Here you will see we have used this section. So copy this section and paste it here. We just have to change the text color, which will be this one, access I can't pronounce this one, access clipboard anywhere. We copy this one and change the heading. Now copy the paragraph, which will be this one, and paste it in place of a paragraph. So let's see where we want a line break. We want a line break after clipboard. So after clipboard we'll use a br tag and save it. So as you will see, this has automatically come in the center, but we want text align center because we want this text to be centered. So the text align in snippets, let's see, the text align will be a center. Go to snippets in this CSS file. Let's go to the snippets and we will use, I think for a paragraph we'll use text align center. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking beautiful right now. As you see, this try for our second part of the section and the third. Now I will target the fourth part of the section is simple one, which is illustration, a beautiful eye-catching design. Now give this section a class name of image section, img dash section. Give it image of, I think this image will be devices. Let's see, it will be same or different. Same. We just have to target this section. So under the feature item I will target img dash image section. We will target it, and just I will use text align center. Now you will see a mind-blowing change. Here you will see a beautiful. It's looking awesome. This website has an eye-catching design. As you see, there is a beautiful illustrations. This computer illustration and this image illustration. So now I will move to. I think this is a 4th section. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we should move to the 5th section. As you will see, this section has the same heading and a paragraph as we have used in a snippet section. So we will use the same technique and copy this section and paste it under an image section, and we should just change the content. The heading will be supercharge your workflow, and the paragraph will be we have got the tools to boost your productivity. So let's remove the already present text and use a different text and save it. As you will see, it's looking beautiful. Now it's looking nice. So what should we do? We have to go to our next part of the build, and this part of the build is looking quite complex. So as you see here, we want icon, then heading and a paragraph. So this part of the container will contain 3 divs, and in these 3 divs we have our images, snippets and a blacklist and a sneak preview. So let's go to our HTML file and create I think this part will called so let's give it a name of, we can use any class name. Now I'm struggling. Give it a class name. I think let's give it a class name of let's give it a class name of, I think we have used feature section. Let's see, we have used feature. Yes, we have used feature. Let's give it a class name of icon container. This is I think it's irrelevant, but it doesn't matter. You can use any class name you want because there is no difference as we use class names. So we should use 3 divs. So I will use 3 divs. Icon container. So let's give it a class name of, I think the class name will be to get an idea of class name first. So just give it a section icon and copy this one and paste it 2 times more, and in these 3 sections we will have image, heading, not HQ, heading and a paragraph. So copy this and paste it here. The recording is looking nice. So we should fill this one. As you will see, we have an icon, h1 tag and a p tag. The icon image will be / images, and in this we have, let's see, I think we want a blacklist. Let's use a blacklist. I think, let's see, yeah, we want a first section, we want a blacklist. The heading will be create blacklist. This will be heading. Paragraph will be this one and paste it here. So we want a line break after it's and certain. So after it's and certain, we want a line break. Now the second part is we want this a tag, not a tag, a icon. So let's go to the images. After blacklist, I think icon text, heading will be plain text snippets, this one, and paste it here. copy this paragraph, and you can pause this video and write it by looking at the code. So we want a line break after text. After text, I will use a br tag and save this. Now the third part is remaining. Here I want an icon which is a sneak preview. So let's go to our images. Where is the sneak preview? What's happening? So I think sneak preview icon will be here. Here is a preview icon. Heading will be sneak preview. I will copy it and paste in the h1 tag. Paragraph will be a quick review of all snippets on your clipboard for easy access. Now I will save this, and as you will see, it has aligned vertically, but we want it in horizontal direction. Now I will target this icon container. You can name it as you want. I have run short of names, so I have used an irrelevant name. Target this one. I will use a display flex. The content will be spaced evenly. Align items will be center. Let's see. Now you will see it's looking beautiful, but this text is not looking nice. So we have to go to the demo, and we want a line break after clipboard. Here is last part after clipboard. Br tag. Copy this one, not copy, save it. And as you will see, not working. Let's see. Let's remove. This br tag is not working. I don't know what's happening. So now target this section icon, which will be in the icon container. We have section dash icon. I will use a display flex. Just content space evenly. Align items. So let's see how to look. It's not looking nice because we want it in a column direction, flex direction column. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking beautiful, but we want a space, so we have to target the heading and a paragraph. In section icon, we'll target heading. We will target the paragraph also, not these braces. So let's go in the upper part and copy these terms, the same property of the upper h1 tags, and want a curly brace and move to the upper part and use the same color for our paragraph. Now save it and let's see how it changes. Nice right now, but we have to give a margin bottom our container, icon container. I think margin bottom we have used around, maybe it's a 70 pixel, or yeah, it's 70 pixel. Let's try it. Margin bottom will be a 70. It's looking nice right now. This style is looking beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now move to the demo part. So in this part of the build, we want the icon for big tech companies, which is a Google, IBM, Microsoft, HP, and Vector Graphics. These are logos. So here, this section will be called logo container. So in this section, we have different images. I think we'll have 5. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5. So we'll use 5 images tags. Copy this one and repeat it 4 more times. The first one will be a Google logo. The second one will be a Microsoft. Go to images./images. Here is a Microsoft. Third one will be IBM. Fourth one will be HP. Where is HP? Here is an HP. The fifth one will be an vector graphics. Copy this one, or not copy, save this one. As you see, it is aligned horizontally, but we want a space between them. So we should copy this class name and style it in our CSS file. We'll use display flex, justify content, space evenly, align items will be center. I hope it will look good. Yeah, it's looking great. We just have to give it a margin bottom of the same 170 pixel. It's looking nice. So let's move to the next section. Next section will be this one, which will be heading, paragraph, and the same two buttons as we have used earlier. So let's give this section a clipboard. Give it a class name of a clipboard. Section.the. In this section we have a heading, paragraph, and two buttons which will be same as we have used earlier. These one, I will copy the same buttons and paste it here. The heading will be this one, clipboard for iOS and Mac, and the description will be in the form of paragraph, which will be this one. So now let's see the demo where we want line breaks. We want line break after and. So after and, we'll use the BR tag, save this one, and now you will see some so let's target this one. We will give it a clipboard section. Copy this one, and we will move to our style container. And in this style container, I will target. And now we should use the flexbox display flex. Save it. We want a flex direction of column. Justify content center. Align items will also be a center. Let's see. As you see, it has come into the middle. Now move to the main part, heading section. Here we have used the same technique, and now I will copy the color for our h1 tag. Target the h1 tag in our clipboard section. H1 tag, the color will be this one, and for our paragraph tag, the color will be this one. I will copy it and paste it here. So as you see, we also want a margin. Oops, what's happening? Want to copy a margin and use it here. I think it will change the design. As you see, design has changed completely. We just have to style our buttons. So go to the upper part, and here we have styled our iOS button. So copy this style for our. Let's copy the complete section, this button section, and instead of hero container, we will call it clipboard section. The same with the Mac button. Now save this and let's see. Now the style has changed completely, but we want to give it a margin bottom to our section. Logo container, we'll use the same margin of 70 pixel. Now we'll go to our paragraph and give it a margin bottom 15 pixel because we want a distance between paragraph and buttons. Now you will see it's looking great. This style is looking beautiful right now. So let's go to the demo part, and the last part of our build is remained, which is this footer section. So here we want 3 containers. First of all will be image, second will contain these 2 lines, and the third one will be social container. So let's move to the last part of our build. Now we will, I think, footer, and the class will be a footer section, and in the footer section we have our logo, which will be in the images logo.svg, and the second part will be a menu container, and in this menu container we will have 2 menu items. Let's use 2 divs here. Not equal sign, we want dash sign. Menu items, copy this one and paste it here. We want 3 parts, which are FAQs, privacy policy, and install guide. So let's move to this part and use 3 p tags in the first part and 2 p tags. So I will copy the text for p tag, which will be a FAQs. FAQs will be a first p tag, and the second part will be contact us. Third part will be a privacy policy. Now the next we want press kit and install guide. Press kit and install guide. Now the last part of the section, or the third part of our footer container, will be a social section. We will call it a social container. And now I will import images from our images folder, which will be a Facebook icon. Undo this change and want it a Twitter icon. The third will be an Instagram icon. Now let's move to our browser, and as you see, these are aligned vertical, but we want it in a horizontal direction. So the container will be a footer section. So copy the class name, and move to our CSS file. Target this container and use display flex, and flex direction will be the same row, and display flex. Justify content will be a center. Align item will also be a center, and let's see how it will change. I think we have to use the justify content of maybe space evenly. Let's try this, or space between. I think we should use space between and space evenly. I think so. Space evenly will be a good one. This icon is looking greater. So in the footer section, so we should give it height of maybe 30 viewport height, and color of the paragraph color. I think we should give it a paragraph color. Where is the paragraph color? This one, not a color, background color. And let's now see a change. As you will see, its opacity is, I think, greater. So we should go here and reduce a little bit of opacity. Let's see how to look right now. Now it's looking great. Now you will see we have to target a social container and our FAQs container, and we have to reduce logo size. Footer section, we will target our image, and image we will give it a width of around, let's give it a width of 50 pixel. 50 pixel is small. Let's give it a width of 80 pixel. 80 90 pixels is looking good. Now we will target our menu items, which will be a menu container. Menu container will be a, I think, a flex. Let's see how to effect. We want a flex direction of column. Justify content will be a center. Line items will be a flex start. Let's see how to look. We have to target menu dash items. We'll use display flex. Let's see how the design is looking right now. We want it in the column direction. Display flex direction column. Now you will see, no, it's not looking great because the style has become the same right now. See what's happening. So as I will see here what's the bug in our code. We are using the same properties, but the code is not working right now. Let's see how to effect. This will be a code for our menu container. And for our menu items, we should use this one. And now you will see the changes. Now it's looking great, but we should give a, I think we should use a margin, which will be this one. So let's see what's the class name we have given it. We have given it the class name of menu items. This one, paste it here. Target P, margin left will be a 15 pixel. Let's see how to effect. Now it's looking great. Now we should target our social icons. I think we have given it a class of social container, not social icons. Social container will be, we will use flexbox. We will use display flex, justify content space assembly, align items center. Now we have to target image container and not image container images, and we will give it a margin. And this social container target image, give it a margin left of 15 pixel. Let's see. Now these are looking beautiful. So by building this part of our build, our website has completed. I think here we want a little bit of distance, which will be a margin top as in the icon, between the icons and headings. So this part is, I think so, is this one, section icon and H1. Where is the section icon? Here I will give it a margin top of 15 pixels. Now it's looking great. So as you see, we have built a website. It's looking beautiful right now. So this is the header section, and now we have a second section, the third one which have a beautiful illustration, fourth one have a heading and a paragraph, and the fifth one is a beautiful illustration of a image. Third one have also a heading and a paragraph, and another one it's contain icon which explain features of our website. And these are the logo of the companies which use our product, which is a clipboard, as this website is about a clipboard. And in the fourth part we have again give a buttons to download our product, and the footer section is also looking great, which contain containers, menu items, and these social icons. So I think we should use cursor pointer for our images. Will look great. Now it's looking great.
At the end of the website, I think you also have created your own beautiful website by watching this video. So thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.